and welcome back to Aloha Jen's Beauty Blog. For those of you that are new here, hi, my name is Jen and I am a licensed esthetician in the state of California. Well, welcome to today's video, which is in honor of the Sephora Spring Savings Event, which starts tomorrow, Friday, April 5th, and runs until April 15th. Starting tomorrow, all tiers can get 30% off of the Sephora brand. And tomorrow is also the start for Rouge members at 20% off. And then on the 9th through the 15th, it starts for VIBs, which is 15% off, and insiders are 10% off. So in this video, I'm going to share with you all my current favorites that are from Sephora. You may see some repeated ones here, and it's only because I gravitate to them still till this day from my last video, which was quite a while ago. So first I'm going to start off with body, and then I'll go into hair and skin. Now for me, I don't pick up much skincare from Sephora, only here and there. There's something that interests me, then I will pick it up. One brand that I would love to see at Sephora is Naturium, because I am obsessed with Naturium's body products, and I would like to try their skincare products. And if they were available at a Sephora near me, it would be a lot easier for me to pick up their products. They are available here at Target, but my Target in the area doesn't carry all of Naturium products. So that's just my little spiel. So right now for my hair, I have a couple of favorites that I wanted to share with you. And one of them is a very new product that was just released at Sephora. And I actually picked it up from the Professional Beauty Supply Store. And that is the new K18 Air Wash Dry Shampoo. This stuff is amazing. I love that it's very light. It's a fine mist that comes out. It doesn't leave your hair like with a white cast or chalky or dry looking. It absorbs all the odor in your scalp, and your hair truly looks like next day hair. I'm going to show you the mist on this product. Now you do have to shake it up before you spray it, but as you can see, that mist is so fine. And what I love about this too is it has a nice fresh scent. It's not overpowerful, and it won't mix with any of the other hair care product scents that you use in your hair or hair fragrance. It's very, very light, but it soaks up all the oil. It sucks up the malodor from the scalp if you haven't washed your hair for a few days. And this actually, they state that it can extend your style for up to 3 days. And it does. It really, really works. I love it. It's my new favorite dry shampoo. I highly recommend picking it up and give it a shot. They really outdid themselves with this product. I love, love, love. And I love the purple on the packaging. My second favorite for dry shampoo is actually Olaplex. So the Olaplex 4D dry shampoo, this is my other favorite, but the K18 is going to be my new go-to. Now, I love this because it does really make your hair feel clean and fresh. It does leave it sort of like that dry texture at your roots or wherever you spray this, to where it kind of takes the shine out of the hair. I haven't experienced that with the K18. One of my things about dry shampoo is a lot of times the dry shampoos take the shine out of the hair. And so even though it's soaking up all the oil, you still look like you have dirty hair. And then this also makes your hair they also make your hair kind of stiff. This doesn't make your hair stiff whatsoever. It does give you volume and body, but it doesn't make your hair stiff to where you can't run a comb through it. And that's my experience with most dry shampoos. But I do love the Olaplex one too. So this is a great dry shampoo. This really soaks up all the oil, the malodor from the scalp. It also has a really nice, refreshing scent that it goes throughout your hair. Now this one does, like most dry shampoos, does have a pretty powerful fragrance to it, and it's the Olaplex scent. but I don't mind it, especially when I'm using my Olaplex styling products, so everything smells the same. So this is my second favorite. And for reference, I love all Olaplex products. I frequently use a lot of their products on my hair. Like right now, I'm using their styling products for my hair for when I wear it curly and when I wear it straight. I love their blonde shampoo and conditioner, their clarifying shampoo, their mask. I love all their products. I love Olaplex as a brand. My next hair care favorite is going to be a new release from Virtue. So this came out, I think, about a couple months ago. This is their Damage Reverse Hair Serum. It says it repairs, mends, and strengthens. So this product is quite pricey. It's 1.7 ounces, and I believe it starts at $60. I do love it though. So if you're familiar with their healing oil and their recovery line, this has the same fragrance. So it's like that coconutty scent to it. However, this serum is absolutely fabulous. You could use this a couple times a week. Once a week, you can use it every day, but it does really repair the damage in your hair. And when I use this and I style my hair looks fabulous. I love it. It feels soft. It's done a great job at repairing my hair. And since I have been using this, I did a test. So what I did is I stopped using my Bond Repair, which was the Apres. I do use Apres. I switched to Apres from, initially I was using K18 and then I went back to Olaplex. And then I wanted to try Apres, and Apres is my favorite Bond Restore product. I love the ease of use of it. It's just such a fabulous bond restore. And then, so I took a break from it so I could test out this Damage Reverse Serum, and it's doing a fabulous job at repairing the damage in my hair. So definitely would recommend checking this out during the sale, especially if you're a Rouge member. You get 20% off. And that's it for hair. So for skincare, I have one product and I'm completely obsessed with this product. This is by Caudalie. So this is their grape water. So this is just a water mist to refresh your skin and add in hydration. What I love about this is it's just grape water. It has no minerals or any other skincare ingredients in it. So it's not going to interfere with my current skincare that I have on my skin. And it's such a nice hydrating mist. I have one in my purse and I have one at work, and it comes in a bigger size, but this one is the 2.7 ounces. It comes out in a really fine mist here. As you can see it, it feels so refreshing. And when I'm feeling parched from the heater being on at work, or just if I'm feeling a little bit parched or dehydrated in my skin, I reach for this and it just instantly refreshes my skin without having to worry about it interfering with my skincare. And for body and fragrance, I picked up two mists from Sol de Janeiro. I have is it Cherry Rosa 59, and I have Cherry Rosa 68. So at work, all the girls are obsessed with Sol de Janeiro. And I was like, okay, I gotta try this out. Why are they so obsessed with it? Well, I went to Sephora and I picked up this one first, and I really loved it, the scent of this. So this is their newest one, and there's some vanilla, there's a little bit of musk in here. I believe there is orchid. I'm not the best at describing fragrances, but there's just something about the scent. It makes you feel so sexy. The girls at work were saying that these have pheromones in them, and I cannot find anywhere on their website where it says it has pheromones in it, but I will tell you, these mists are man magnets. Every time I spray these, sorry, my camera just shut off, but every time I spray these or wear these, some male comes up to me and always tells me I smell so good, and my husband loves them as well. So this one is a little bit heavier than this one. This is the lightest one right here, but this one All you need is one spray and it's enough. It lasts forever. I never need to reapply these, but what's nice about these is you can spray them in your hair and all over your body. If you use their body products, you can layer it and you'll be like fragranced for days. Let me tell you, that's how powerful these are. So the next one here that I have is the 68, and this one smells fruity and fresh with a little bit of vanilla. This is my favorite one because it's really nice and light, and it would be perfect for spring and summer when you want a lighter fragrance. This one, I did pick up their Body Elasti Cream and their body wash. This came in a kit. I wanted to try their body products. However, their body products were not for me, but I do love their body fragrance. Their body products are a little bit too heavily fragranced, and when I apply them to my body skin, I break out in a rash. So I love their mist though, and all the girls at work are completely obsessed with these. And I call them magnet. So that is it for hair, skin, and body. So now we're gonna go into my makeup favorites. And I'll just go into something that's off, that's not skincare, but part of makeup. So this is the Sephora brand Mini Daily Brush Cleaner Spray. So I love this brush cleaner spray. This is a fabulous product to clean your brushes when you don't have time, or in between your applications if you want to use the same eyeshadow brush. You want to switch out your blush color, but you don't have another brush available. I love this. So I loved it so much, I picked up a bigger size of this, and it's a fabulous product. It does not damage your brushes. I have natural hair brushes and I have synthetic brushes, and it works on all of them. So great product, highly recommend it. It does have a tea tree fragrance in it because there is tea tree oil in here, just so you guys know. Now let's get into my complexion favorites. So I'll go over foundation, concealer, bronzer, blush, and then we'll do eyeshadow palettes, mascara, and lips. So for my favorite complexion products, I have a couple here, and these are what I gravitate towards the most. So we're going to start off with the base. So I used to be someone who used to wear makeup primers all the time, and I have gotten away from wearing makeup primers. And the reason why I stopped wearing makeup, or the reason why I was wearing makeup primers, is because I had a lot of texture in my skin. I had large pores, but mainly because of the texture in my skin. I have since pretty much gotten rid of all that texture in my skin, that I don't need a makeup primer anymore. But I have found something in its place that I absolutely love that I will share with you here shortly. So my favorite concealer of all time is by Haus Labs. I have two colors here. The writing is so tiny that I don't know if I can read it. So I have 20, which is light medium peach. So this I use more as a color corrector. Like if I have dark circles, I'll put it here on the inner corners of my eyes. And this is actually a great match for my face too, if there's any imperfections that I want to cover up. My main one is for underneath my eyes, and this is the shade 21, which is light, medium, neutral. And this is my concealer that I use under my eyes. I love this concealer because a little bit goes a long way. You can sheer it up. You can have medium to full coverage with this concealer. It does not crease. It keeps my eyes nice and hydrated, and there's no creasing, no any kind of like dryness feeling with this concealer. It's just really lovely, especially if you have mature skin. I think that you will love this. And it's kind of sort of self-setting, and like I said, a little bit of this goes a long way, but this is my absolute favorite concealer. Just love, love, love it. It looks so good. I love that it's not really radiant, because I've noticed like with radiant concealers, they have a tendency to draw more attention to hollows or dark shadows underneath your eyes. But this is like the perfect like formulation to where it's like a satin, It's not matte, but it's satin, it's hydrating, it's blurring, it's perfecting. I just really love it. It also makes a really nice eyeshadow primer too. So love the Haus Labs concealer. Next for my complexion, which will be foundations. Now I have skin tint and I have a foundation. My go-to foundation when I want more of a glam makeup look, like I'm wearing it today because I decided to get glammed up for this video. And that is the Tri-Clone Skin Tech Foundation from Haus Labs. I love this foundation. Now this foundation is such a beautiful foundation. I will tell you it is a radiant foundation. So if you do have large pores or texture in your skin, if you apply a lot of this product into those areas where you have that texture, it will enhance it. I haven't had any issues with it. I just apply it really sparingly in those areas, but I just really love the way that this looks on my skin. It's really, really beautiful. It's hydrating. If you have oily skin, you would probably like this, but I will have to tell you that it will be very radiant on your skin. Now, what I do to combat the radiance of this foundation is I just make sure whatever I put under this isn't too dewy, because the dewier the product, the more radiant your skin is going to look with this. So I really love this foundation. I just absolutely love it. It's a favorite and it will be a repurchase. And for reference, I am in the shade 220 light, medium, warm. And one thing I will tell you, what I suggest with the Haus Labs concealers and the foundations is you go to Sephora and you actually get color matched. I had the hardest time trying to find my shades because even though this says warm, it tends to run a little bit on the cool side, and cool tends to run warm. And neutral isn't really neutral. It's kind of a little bit on the yellow side. So I went and got color matched to find my perfect colors. And Haus Labs does have a program to where you can just order samples of the foundations, and I'm not for sure how it gets, how much it is, but it's worth a try if you can only order this online if you don't have a Sephora nearby, because it was so hard for me to color match my skin with this foundation. That is my one complaint about this, okay? All right, so my next favorite for complexion products is actually a skin tint. So I love skin tints in the summertime or in the when it's warmer out. And my favorite skin tint is actually by Hourglass, the Veil. I love this. This is a little bit more coverage than the Rose Ink, but it's still really, really light. It has a nice dewy finish to it, but it's not too radiant on the skin, but it just makes your skin look so beautiful. It really blurs out your imperfections. If you have dry skin, I think that you would really love this product. I just really love these. Now, my one complaint about these is that there's not a very good shade range. I have two colors here. I have number 5 and number 7, which are more on the warmer side, and 7 is pretty warm for me. 5 is kind of just a little bit too light, and I have to mix the colors together. So this is another one that I would recommend that you get color matched. Even though they say that they're forgiving, this is still a little bit too warm for me, and I have to tone it down with the number 5. But I just really love the way that this looks on the skin. I love the way it feels on my skin, and it just looks like my skin, but better. So beautiful skin tint. Now, let's go into bronzers and contour. So I have 2 bronzers here, and one of them is actually a contouring product. So my favorite bronzer right now and contour product is actually by Patrick Ta. I have here She's Sculpted in the Cream Contour and Powder Bronzer Duo. Now, this is more on the lines for medium skin, and you have to excuse this because it is well loved, as you can tell. But what I love about this is I have a cream product and a powder product. So with Patrick Ta, with his blushes and his bronzers, he recommends, and I believe his foundation, no, with his bronzers and his blushes, he recommends that you apply the powder first and then you apply the cream on top. However, I don't do that with this product. I apply the cream as my contour around my perimeter of my face and anywhere I want to contour. And then I actually use the powder as my bronzer. And I love this. This is like a 2-in-1 product. Very, very fabulous. And they have really good shade ranges to where you can go cool tone and you can go pretty warm with this. Just a beautiful bronzer and contouring product. I love it the way it looks on my skin. It looks natural. It's not too warm. It's not too cool. It's like the perfect balance in between. So he has another color that I'm probably going to get for the summer when I get more into my summer color range. And I think it's called She's Bronze. So that's on my radar. And my other favorite bronzer right now is the Makeup by Mario. This is the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer, and I have the shade medium here. And here it is, and as you can tell, this is a well-loved product. So I love to use this with all my base products, whether I'm wearing the Lady Gaga, or I'm sorry, the Haus Labs foundation or a skin tint. This is fabulous. It's like quick and done. It's very forgiving because it's a sheer tint that just adds a little bit of warmth to the skin, but it doesn't look overly done. Really love this formulation. It lasts all day. Now, I do have the Makeup by Mario bronzer and the skin enhancer. And I will say they're not my favorites for bronzer or warming up my face because his bronzing products tend to run really, really warm. I do have his transforming sticks to contour, and I thought at first I really liked them, but they ended up not being a favorite for me. But however, I do love this. This is so pretty. And if you don't know how to apply makeup and you don't know how to contour or anything, you just want to warm up your complexion and give it some, depth, this is really, really lovely. I love it. All right, now what's on my wish list for bronzers? I actually have the Westman Atelier Face Trace Stick. I just got to figure out which color I would like. I had Biscuit in the past, but since we're going into the warmer months, I'm thinking of getting the next shade up. And I love their Beauty Butter Bronzer. However, I think I'm just going to get the Face Contour Trace Stick. We will see, because right now would be a good time to pick that up. Now for blushes, I have quite a few blushes here that are favorites. So let me grab these. I'll just go in with my first favorite. So Westman Atelier. I love Westman Atelier. It's such a beautiful brand. Love their packaging. Their blushes, their cream blushes are my absolute favorite blushes. This formula is just so beautiful. It lasts all day. The application, just the experience of this. Now I have the shade Petal here. So Petal is like a shade for me that I can pretty much wear with everything, and it looks really good on my medium skin tone. I just really love the way this looks on my cheeks and the way it blends into the skin, and it doesn't make it look too oily. What I've noticed with my skin in particular as I'm maturing, I prefer more cream blushes now versus what I did in the past. In the past, when my skin was more on the oily side, I preferred powder blushes, but now that I'm maturing, my skin is a little bit, it's not dry, but it tends to run dehydrated. And I only get oily sometimes in my T-zone. However, that has balanced out. I am really loving cream blushes for my skin. They just make your skin look so good. And it just brings this beautiful glow to your cheeks that the light catches, and it just makes you look young and refreshed. So love this cream blush. It is my favorite. My second favorite for cream blushes is the Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil by Makeup by Mario. Love this blush. Oh my gosh, this makes your cheeks look really plump and juicy. The color lasts all day. It's not a heavy formula. It's very light. and you don't even feel it on the skin. I love this. My favorite color is actually Rose Crush. If you're a fan of like Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, this kind of runs in that same color story of the Pillow Talk family. But this is my favorite color. All the colors are really, really pretty, and I just really love this cream blush formula. My next favorite blush is actually, these are all new, and I'm wearing one of them today. And the one that I'm wearing today is the Patrick Ta Double Take Cream Blush, Cream and Powder Blush. So this is called Not Too Much. This was a new release for the spring collection, and I have this on now. So with this one, I do apply how Patrick suggests, which is I go in with the powder first and I apply the cream on top. However, you can just apply the cream or you can apply the powder. I love these combos because you have your choice of whether you want cream or you want powder. And when you apply the cream, it just gives the color, gives the blush a little bit more vibrancy, but love them together. And when I apply this in the morning at 6 o'clock, it lasts me all freaking day. Like I'll come home 12 hours later and the blush still looks perfect as when I have applied it. So beautiful. Love that color is my favorite. And then I picked up the other two colors, which these are going to be so beautiful for spring and summer. So the other ones are Just Enough, which is this beautiful bubblegum baby pink. It's so pretty. I just really, really love this. Every time I wear this, I get so many compliments. And when I wear this, I don't really wear anything on my eyes. I just wear this with some mascara and that is it. And I get so many compliments on this blush color. It really makes my eyes pop, as you can see right here. Such a beautiful color. The next one is so fabulous too. And I love just to wear this on those minimal makeup days by itself. So this one is She's the Moment. And let me tell you, it is She's the Moment. So this is kind of like a cross between like the peachy, pinky corally. So when you apply this on the skin, it's such a beautiful color. I don't have anything like this in my collection. And whenever I wear this, it's like that perfect summer peach coral. And I have been dabbling in this, even though I did pick it up for summer because I wanted to test it out, but it is so pretty. I just really love these blush formulas and I love these new color releases. Now, these new color releases were my first intro into the Patrick Ta blushes, and I'm absolutely in love with them. I love, love, love. Now, they do have a couple of other colors, but I'm pretty happy with these three colors. I'm not going to expand my collection because my favorite is Just Enough, and that is an everyday color for me. My next favorites are, I have a couple of Natasha Denona blush palettes that I really, really love. One is new, and that is her My Mini Dream Glow Blush. So here it is. So you get 2 blush shades and a highlighter. And as you can see, this is a pretty tiny compact. It's perfect for traveling. But what I will tell you is that it's really hard to get your brush into these single blush colors. I mix them together. The highlight is really beautiful. I am actually wearing it today. It's just a really nice like champagne highlight that just really looks beautiful on the skin. It's not too chunky, not too glittery, but it's a beautiful highlighter. Now, I do have her My Dream Cheek Trio here. And here that is. And I will tell you that these 2 blushes mixed together do look like this blush here, which this is a cream to powder formulation. And then you have 2 highlighters. So you have your base highlighter here, which is more like a cream formula. And then you have your powder highlighter here, but this kind of feels like a gel to powder formula to me, but it is somewhat same color as the highlighter that's in here. So if you already have this, you don't need this, but this is great to travel because of the size. It's just so lovely. So that is it for my blushes. Now, I did pull a couple of highlighters. I don't really wear much highlighter these days, but I did put it on so I can test the highlighter. Oops, not that. In this right here for you guys, so you could see just how lovely it looks on my skin. Very natural. My favorite highlighters of all time, which are these Pillow Talk Multi-Glow Highlighters from Charlotte Tilbury. Now, I've had these for a couple years, and I've barely made a dent in them. So this is Romance Light. This is for fair to medium skin tones. And then I have this is Dream Light, which is for medium to dark skin tones. Now, the reason why I'm bringing these up, because I'm not for sure if they are going to make it for the Sephora sale, but Charlotte Tilbury just released these, and I love these highlighters. You can use them individually. You can swirl them together. You can use these as eyeshadow, but there's just such a beautiful formula. They're not too chunky, too glittery. They don't enhance the texture of the skin. They just look really, really beautiful. I will tell you though, you do have to be light-handed because you can grab too much of these, but they're very, very pretty. And if they do make it to Sephora for the sale, I highly recommend picking them up. Love, love, love. This one I like to wear more in the summertime when I am darker. I'm in my summer color, and this one I can wear anytime, but I gravitate more to the Dream when I'm more in my summer color. Now let's go into powder products. So my favorite powder that I have fallen in love with is the Bio Blurring Loose Setting Powder from Haus Labs. I do love this powder. I love that it really sets my foundation, and I use it mainly in my T-zone to help with oil control and to do some blurring of my pores. However, I do also use this underneath my eyes and on my eyes to set my concealer or my eyeshadow primer that I will show you here. But I love this powder because it's not too drying. It sets your foundation perfectly without your skin feeling dry and tight. My only complaint about this powder is the sifter. I do not like sifter applications. However, I do love the powder, and I have the shade translucent. Sorry guys, it's been a while since I filmed a YouTube video and I'm a little bit rusty. Ay. Now, so that is it. Oh, one more thing for blushes that I forgot to mention was the Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush Wands from Charlotte Tilbury. I still love these. I love, love, love. And they now have Pillow Talk available at Sephora. So Pillow Talk is my actual favorite color. I, wore this every day. It's still an everyday color for me when I gravitate towards this, but still love these matte beauty blush wands. They are a fave. Now let's get into, one more powder product here. Now I have an Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder here, and this is in the color Mood Light. I love this. This is sort of like a pink lilac color. And when you apply this to the skin, sometimes I'll use this as a highlighter, or I'll just put it here underneath my eyes and above my cheeks. This color is just so beautiful. The way it captures the light, it just makes you look like you're sitting in front of a candle flame, and it makes your skin look flawless and attracts the right kind of lighting. This is beautiful. My other favorite one, I believe, is Dim. That one is really gorgeous too, but this Mood one, I absolutely love. And I actually do have it a little bit underneath my eyes here, but the Hourglass powders are really lovely for mature skin. They just give you that beautiful glow, and they attract the right lighting to make your skin look youthful. Love, love, love. If you apply too much though, it will enhance the texture of your skin, just so you know. Now, let's go into another face product that I love. Now, at the beginning of this video, I mentioned that I'm no longer using makeup primers. And I've been testing some setting sprays, and I have issues with setting sprays because most of them are heavily fragrance and they cause my skin to itch and burn and I get a rash. So I was watching a review, a makeup review channel. I can't remember which one it was, but they were talking about the Cali Ray Surf Proof Setting Spray. So I picked this up because I wanted to try it. And oh boy, am I so glad I did. I absolutely love this setting spray. So it comes out in a really fine mist, which I'm going to show you right now. So I just shake it and I spray it about 5 times, and it's such a very light mist. There's a hint of like coconut in here. It has like a really light fragrance of like the beach, but it's very, very light. This formula is so lovely. It feels like I just misted my face with a very light toner, and it doesn't leave my skin like overly dewy. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin. It just feels really, really light. It holds my makeup on all day, or sets my makeup all day. Gosh, I'm having a hard time talking today. I didn't take my Nourish My Brain supplement, obviously, today. But I just really, really love this. So this is great to refresh your makeup. It's great for long wearing. So if you have an event you want to go to, or say like you go to work early in the morning and you're going to go out for happy hour, or you have an event to go to after work and you don't want to have to worry about retouching up your makeup, this setting spray is excellent. If you have sensitive skin, I would look into this. If you have issues with other makeup setting sprays, love it. And it's pretty affordable too compared to the others out there. Love, love, love. All right, so now let's go into eyeshadows. Before I go into the eyeshadows though, I do have a full face palette here that I picked up, and it's a new release from Natasha Denona. It's the Hyper Natural Face Palette. So if this is on your wish list for the Sephora sale, I'm going to tell you my thoughts about this. So I picked this up because I'm absolutely obsessed with Natasha Denona eyeshadows. They're my favorite formula, and I have several of her palettes that I'm going to show you. And then so I got the email that this was being released, so I picked it up. I love the packaging. In the back, it's sort of like this peachy beige translucent, and it does have holes here that you can arrange the pans in here for other palettes that you have or other eyeshadows. So you have your bronzer and contour here. You have your 2 blushes. You don't have a highlighter in here. And then you have these gel cream shadows. So these are all cream shadows. And these are meant to be applied with your finger. This is kind of like a quick and easy everyday palette for when you're in a rush. And so this is what it looks like. Now, my thing about this is that this is too light for medium to tan skin tones, and this is like a little bit too punchy for fair to medium skin tones. This color, it will show up on darker skin tones, but this one barely even shows up. Your bronzer contours, obviously, the shade range isn't great here. This is great for like if you're more on the lines of fair to medium, but for darker skin tones, they don't have an option. And I think like when they came out with this palette, they should have arranged it to where people could pick it up according to their skin tones, which would have made it way more versatile. The eyeshadows are really, really pretty, and I was afraid that these eyeshadows would crease on my eyes. And I really love this palette, and I think it's beautiful, but however, the eyeshadows do crease terribly on my eyes, even with a eyeshadow primer. Now, my eyelids are not oily, and they still crease. So a beautiful palette, but it's not a favorite for me. The only eyeshadow that is not a cream formula is this one right here, which is called Dreamy. It's a powder. This is more of a glitter topper. They're all very pretty. They're not as pigmented as what you see here in the pan. They're actually a lot lighter when you apply them. And it's funny because when you get this, it says on the box not to use the cheek colors or the bronzer contours on your eyes. However, when Natasha was demonstrating this palette, she was using them on her eyes. So it's kind of funny about that. But if this has been on your wish list for the Sephora sale, I will tell you that this was a disappointment for me. So I wouldn't recommend it. And I'm probably the only one that's going to say that. So my number one favorite eyeshadow palette right now is this Natasha Denona. This is her My Mini Dream palette. I love this palette. I am wearing it today. This is my everyday palette. I have been wearing this like ever since I got it, which I think this came out a couple months ago, and I cannot put it down. I traveled with this and this to Hawaii, and this was the only eyeshadow and blush that I brought with me to Hawaii. It was so lovely to travel with. Now, I do have the full-size Natasha Denona My Dream palette here. So the only color that is not new is the shade Nurture, which is actually here in the My Dream palette, which is right here. Now, I love these Natasha Denona minis. I have a couple of them because they're so easy to travel with. You get 5 colors for $27, and during the Sephora sale, these are included, so it's even better, right? So this palette right here was built around this shade, which is Nurture. I can't say it. So this, I have every shade on my eyes right now, and I use this darker color actually for a liner, but I just really love this. I gravitate to it like every day because it's so easy and it goes with everything. I don't have to think about it. But in case you're wondering what it looks like with the My Dream palette, this is what it is. Now this My Dream palette is a warmer palette. And as you can see, you have some warmer like purples and pinks in here, some peaches, but still a beautiful palette. Love this palette. It's one of my favorites. I really love this for like the fall time. It's so pretty. I love this all year. My other favorite Natasha Denona palette that I think is like a must, and I know you guys have probably all seen this, and this is really pretty for right now, especially for wedding season, and that is the I Need a Nude palette. I just love her packaging. Her packaging, it's so, you know, it's so pretty, it's so luxurious, and it should be because these palettes are not cheap. So here is I Need a Nude palette. I love this. This is one that I gravitate towards to a lot. Love, love, love this palette. I can create so many looks, and like I said, it's beautiful for wedding season. My other favorite that's similar to this, which you can't get at Sephora, and I think sold out now in Makeup by Mario, is his Ethereal Eyes palette. I really love that one too, but I love this one better for me personally because I have more choices here. Now, I will say that this palette, I mean, it is pricey, but you have so many choices here, and it's just such a beautiful palette. Sorry about that, guys. I had to take a call. So with this palette, it is very similar to the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes palette. I don't know why Makeup by Mario does not make that palette permanent. It is so pretty. And I will tell you with that Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes palette, I noticed that when that was re-released, a lot of people were picking up their initial palette that they got when it was first released, and they were saying that they didn't like it because they thought that the shadows were a bit too powdery and weren't as pigmented. They had issues with them, like getting patchy, and I haven't had any issues with that palette. However, I did pick up the newer palette, which was re-released, and I believe that he changed the formula of those shadows. So I just wanted to put that out there. So if it is still available on Makeup by Mario's website, I would recommend picking it up. I really hope he makes that palette permanent because it is gorgeous. So my next favorite palette here is another Natasha Denona palette, and this is the Retro palette. I love purples, pinks, and mauves and berries for my eyes, and this is my absolute favorite Natasha Denona palette. As you can see, we have a mix of all my favorite eyeshadow colors in here. It's so beautiful. And I'm showing you all my Natasha Denona palettes, just in case you have any of these on your wish list for the Sephora sale, and you can see the ones that I love and I gravitate to. Now, I wasn't going to get this, but I just had to get it, and I fell in love with it from the moment it arrived, and that is the Glam palette here. I love the Natasha Denona Glam palette. This is really, really pretty. You can create a daytime look, an evening look. This actually goes really well with this palette as well, and then the other palette I'm going to show you actually pairs really nicely with this palette as well. But beautiful palette, so happy that I have it. I love all these palettes, and there's a couple of these that I've picked up from the last Sephora sale because I went through and I decluttered all my makeup and threw out all my old eyeshadow palettes, and I started fresh. And I fell in love with Natasha Denona, this I Need a Nude palette, and I went a little crazy. So now, for something that's not Natasha Denona, the new Makeup by Mario, this is his Master Mattes, the Neutrals palette. I did pick this up, and I absolutely love this palette. It is so pretty. I love this because it complements most of my other palettes where I need a specific matte shadow. So these are all matte shadows, and they're so beautiful. Now, he calls these neutral, but you could see that it does lean cool to neutral. Now he has his other Master Mattes palette, which is more warm, and he says that one is more like based off of skin tones. But I really, really love this. I love this formula. It blends really well into the skin. They're very pigmented. So a little bit of this goes a long way, especially with this gray shade. But this gray shade is so pretty. It's like a blue gray, and it looks so beautiful on the eyes. Love, love, love this palette. So this is brand new, and if you're waiting to pick this up, I would definitely recommend picking it up at the Sephora sale. My other favorite palette that I really love, and this complements my makeup collection, and I love this actually in the fall because I can create a beautiful fall palette look. I had some fallout in there. And what I love about this is it is an all matte palette, except for these two right here are creams. This is the Patrick Ta Major Dimension 3 Matte Eyeshadow Palette. And what I love about this matte eyeshadow palette compared to the Makeup by Mario Original Master Mattes is that you have your warm tones up here and you have your cool tones here. So you can create so many different looks, and you have a choice of the warm and the cool. This complements other eyeshadow palettes as you can mix and match. And if you need a specific matte, here you go. So love this. I love this formulation. Now I will tell you that I love the Patrick Ta matte formulations compared to the Makeup by Mario. That's just my preference. These blend out so beautiful. These are so easy to apply. A little bit goes a long way because they're very pigmented, but they're just so beautiful on the eyes and such a dream to work with. So that is all my current favorite eyeshadows. And this one is like a must. This one I highly recommend you pick it up because it has just been an absolute favorite. And I believe I've worn this in all my videos for the last 3 months or 2 months since it was released. That's what I gravitate towards the most these days, especially when I want something quick. Now, for lips, I don't have very much here, actually. Oh, my favorite eyeshadow primer. So I used to use the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip eyeshadow primer. And I stopped using it because I developed an irritation to it. It was starting to cause some itching and burning sensation on my eyelid skin, and I was getting a rash from it. So I discontinued the use of it. And for when I want my eyeshadows to last all day, I picked up the Rare Beauty eyeshadow primer. I can't give you the full name here, but it just says eye primer. I think it's the Optimus eye primer. I absolutely love this. This is fabulous. It's just really, really nice, and it really locks in your shadow, and then it also enhances your shadow too. It makes it pop. So very, very lovely eyeshadow primer. Love, love, love. Now, as far as lips, so today I'm wearing my favorite lipstick and lip liner combo, which I picked up from Makeup by Mario in one of his lip kits that were available at Sephora. They're not available now at Sephora, but however, these are my favorite two colors from his matte lipsticks and his lip liner. So I have here the lip liner in Hue, which I am wearing this today. It's like the perfect nude. And then I have I was trying to get the full name, but I can't see because they make everything so tiny. I need a magnifying glass. And this is Sam. So this is what I'm wearing today. And what I love about this lip kit is that you get this mini size lip liner. Now you do have to have a sharpener to sharpen it, but you actually get like a full size lipstick here in this bullet. So beautiful nude lip color. I just really, really love this nude on my lips. And what I love about these matte lipsticks is they are matte. They feel really light. They don't feel heavy. This lip liner stays where you put it. This lipstick lasts for a very long time, and it does not dry out my lips. My second favorite lipstick is actually the Lawless Forget the Filler lip plumping satin lipsticks. These are a beautiful lipstick formulation. I have the shade here. I think this is Little Lady Daisy. I love this color. It's my favorite. So what I love about Lawless with their lipsticks is they do nudes, like pinky nudes right and pinks right. I love their lipstick. This formulation is really, really lovely. It does plump up the lips and makes them look really nice and smooth, and it lasts all day. So this is my other favorite lipstick. I haven't tried the new Makeup by Mario satin lipsticks. I do have a color on my wish list that I may pick up. We will see, because I have quite a few lip products, especially I have pretty much, I think I have like 6 of these Lawless lipsticks that I need to get back into using them. I stopped wearing lipstick for a little bit because my lips were thinning, and it just didn't, I felt like it didn't look right on my lips. So I gravitated more towards lip gloss. However, I am currently using a lip product now. It's called Our Self Lip Filler. It's not by Sephora, but it's been plumping and smoothing out my lips to where it's restoring the shape to where I'm not losing my vermilion border and my lip liners and my lipstick bleeds and feathers into my skin. But it's restoring my natural lip shape and plumping my lips to where I feel comfortable and confident wearing lipstick that it's not going to fall into my lines around my mouth. So I haven't tried the Lawless lip liner in a while because I noticed that their lip liners don't stay where you put them. They really bleed. And if you're losing your vermilion border, if you have mature skin, if you have lines around your lips, these will bleed into it. But however, what I do love about these is the colors. Their lip liner colors are beautiful, and they're my favorite colors. I just wish that the formula was a little bit better and had more staying powder. These are more creamy and smooth versus they are with staying power and staying in place, okay? So my other favorite lip products that I'm currently obsessed with is these Makeup by Mario Moisture Glow Lip Plumping Serums. Now, I originally picked these up in a kit. This one I had Bare Glow and this is Rose Glow. And then I picked up a full-size one in Rosewood. So Rose Glow is my favorite color. Bare Glow, it was really nice. I just loved the formula, the way it felt on my lips, but I didn't really like the color. Rose Glow is my favorite color. And then I picked up Rosewood. Another one that I want to try is actually Petal, because that looks really pretty. So this color right here is kind of more, it matches the lipstick that I'm wearing now. So I could apply this, which I'll apply right now. But I love the way that these feel on the lips. They're so cushy, moisturizing and hydrating with a little bit of a tint, and they do plump up your lips. Now there is a little bit of a minty tingle in this, and it does, oops, I just got it on my nose. And it does have sort of like a cotton candy scent to it, but however, I just really love these for my lips. This is what I gravitate towards, like when I want like a lip gloss with a little bit of color, but I am addicted to these, and I'm gonna pick up a couple more shades during the sale. So love, love, love these. Now, as far as eyebrows and mascara goes, my current favorite brow product is actually the Kosas Air Brow. This is a tinted brow gel, and this is in the shade Taupe. So for when I'm wearing like a more of a glam smoky eye, I'll do a little bit more of a bold brow, and I'll reach for the color in soft brown. But for my everyday, I use Taupe because it matches my natural brow color. So love this. I don't use brow pencil, but however, I did order I have their new Nano Brow Pop pencil in soft brown in my Sephora cart to test out and try. I want to try that because I noticed that my eyebrow is kind of thinning right here, and a lot of the makeup channels that I watch, like Nikki LaRose, she really loves that Kosas Nano Brow Pop pencil. So I'm going to give it a try and test it out and see if it helps with those areas where I'm thinning in my brows. But love this brow gel. It gives me a beautiful tint that matches my hair color. It's the only one that I found at Sephora that really does a good match of my natural brows, but it makes them look really soft and fluffy, but it also holds the shape all day too without getting flaky. Now, as far as mascara goes, I have two, but one's more of a favorite than the other. Okay, so I have hooded eyes, and what I've been noticing lately as I'm getting older, they're getting a little bit more hooded. However, this week I had a breakthrough and I was able to really lift them by a treatment that I did on Sunday, and it really helped lift my brows. Now, what I have an issue with hooded eyes is that no matter what mascara I wear, I always get the smudging up here on my brow bone because my lashes are hitting my hooded eyes. So I was really loving this Tower 28 mascara. I actually really love this formula. I love that it lengthens, it defines, and it gives you like the perfect amount of volume without your lashes looking like va va voom. And it's affordable. I believe this is only $20. And I love the brush. It's really nice and soft. It kind of reminds me of the Ilia Limitless Lash, which that used to be a favorite too, but I believe that they have changed that formula because I wasn't getting the lashes that I used to love with that formulation. So I went and picked up the Tower 28. And I love this brush so much better than the Ilia because the Ilia does have a brush side and it has a comb side. And I love that, but the brush side is really spiky and I always poke my eye or my eyelid with it. So it's a little bit dangerous. But I love the brush on this. I love the formula, but it does smudge on my brow bone here. So I stopped wearing it. And I was looking for a solution, and I have tried tubing mascaras in the past, but I never found one that gave me good volume. It just made my lashes look really long and defined, and I was missing the volume, and they weren't buildable. And then I stumbled upon this Cali Ray Come Hell or High Water tubing mascara. It's what I have on my lashes today, and I'm absolutely in love. This is my absolute favorite mascara. If you have hooded eyes, if you're suffering from allergies right now, this mascara is fabulous. This gives me length, it gives me volume, and it defines my lashes, and it's buildable. And once you put it on, it's on. There's no smudging, there's no flaking. I haven't gotten clumping with this. It is so beautiful and has saved me because I was starting to really freak out about wearing mascara since every mascara was smudging on me. So love this, and this is so easy to take off. At first, you know, like I didn't like tubing mascaras because of the way you take them off. You soak your cotton round and you just soak your lashes in water and then you just rub it off. However, I am able to remove this with my emulsifying cleansing oil. I just work my cleansing oil into my lashes and I don't get it into my eye, and then it completely removes the tubing mascara, so I don't have to do an extra step. So love this mascara. I highly recommend it. Now, what is in my cart for Sephora? So I'm actually on a low buy right now, and I'm only going to pick up things that I need. And what is in my cart is that Sephora does have the Cali Ray mascara in a double pack for, I think it's like $34 for 2 tubes. And I believe this runs, I want to say like $24. It might be a little bit more. I'm not sure on the price, but they have a double pack of this available. So that is in my cart. I have the bigger size of this Sol de Janeiro 68 body spray, so I can use this to refill. I have one other thing. I can't remember what it was. Oh, I have the Petal Makeup by Mario Moisture Glow Lip Plumping Serum. I have the Kosas Brow Pop Nano Pencil in my cart, and there's one more item on my list that I had that I can't remember, but I'll put a picture of it right here so you guys can see it. Another thing that I wanted to point out that I forgot to mention, as I have a couple of makeup brushes that I absolutely love. So with the Patrick Ta bronzer, I did pick up his brushes that go with it. So I picked up his sculpting brush, which has this angle right here that is really nice to like contour your face with around the perimeter, your cheeks and your jawline. And then you have this other side that's angled for the powder side. So very, very lovely brush. Really love this brush. It's very nice quality. Works really well to contour and bronze your face. I picked up the one for the nose. I love this one. So this is perfect for contouring your nose. It's also great to contour your lips if you go that deep into contouring. So you have this one that you would use with like the cream to go ahead and contour, or if you want to contour with powder, you can do the same, but it's just perfectly shaped so it hugs your nose in all those angles that you would want to contour. And then you have this blending one, or you can use this for the powder and blend the powder out. So love, love, love. Now with his blushes, I did pick up the blush brush too, and it's just okay. I was kind of disappointed with it because I thought it would be like better at applying it, but I have my other brushes in my collection that work better than this blush brush. All right, guys, so that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry I'm kind of like a little bit rusty here and all over the place, but I am sending you all so much love and light, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.